Hello everyone, it's been a while since I've made a video. Um, Today we're going to be talking about the Green Lantern, Green Arrow, Hard Traveling Heroes Omnibus. In honor of this is in honor of the new trailer coming out for the Green Lantern show called Lanterns, coming out on HBO, I believe in August. So I've seen the trailer the other day, and um, it's just a teaser trailer, so I know some people have been getting up in arms about you know, the grittiness of it and the detective kind of angle, but and the more down to earth angle, but it's just a teaser. I don't think I think people are just jumping too far with their judgment. Whether you like that or not, whatever. But in my opinion, it looks pretty decent. Like I can't wait to watch it. It might turn out to be bad. It might not be my cup of tea, but from what I've seen, it looks interesting, and I'm excited. And it made me think about this book, um, which I got some time last year, and it's one I've read. Um, I don't think I've completely read it all, but it's one I've read through a lot of, and it's a great run. Um, so we got classic writer Denny O'Neil. Oh, sorry, I should put this in frame. Denny O'Neil and or Dennis O'Neil, we call him Denny. Neil Adams, Mike Grell, Dick Giordano, Alex Saviuk. So there's a lot of great creatives on this. I mean, when you get art by Neil Adams, uh, that's a win. And he's the guy who did this cover, this amazing cover, and he's the one who redesigned um, Green Arrow um, to the goatee uh, sort of version, because in the Golden Age he was a clean faced Robin Hood looking guy. I mean, he still looks like Robin Hood, but this kind of gives him a more distinct Green Arrow look. Um, I haven't been around in a while to make a video. I've been sick. I still have a cough, and I've been dealing with the flu. I've been dealing with work. Going back to school there, so there's a lot of things going on in life. But I'm trying to get back to get the courage to come back and talk about these books. So anyway, enough chatter from me. We're gonna get the spine. This is an awesome, amazing spine. Get the two heroes, Green Lantern, Green Arrow. We have the back. Let's see what we have here. Yeah, the Green Lantern, Green Arrow, Hard Traveling Heroes Omnibus collects Green Lantern 76 to 87, 89 to 123, World's Finest Comics number 201, and Stories from the Brave and the Bold 100, DC Special Series number 1, DC Retroactive Green Lantern the 70s number 1, DC Superstars 17, The Flash 217 to 221, 223 to 224, 226 to 228, 230 to 231, 233 and 234, 237 to 238, 240 to 246. Green Lantern 80th Anniversary 100-page special spectacular number 1, and World's Finest Comics number 210 and 255, and nearly 2 dozen never before collected issues. So you're getting a huge bang for your buck with this. I know you could get the Hard Traveling Heroes hardcover book before with just kind of like the Denny O'Neil, Neil Adams section, but this collects like basically the entire Bronze Age for the Green Lantern. Um, so yeah, comes after the Silver Age Green Lantern comics. This is the start of the Bronze Age in the 70s. So you're gonna get basically all of the 70s Green Lantern comics, I guess, and Green Arrow. They kind of team up together. You get the two green guys. The reason the Lantern show made me think of this is because I feel like it's giving off the hard traveling heroes vibe without Green Arrow. It feels like it's kind of like it's the hard traveling heroes, but it's going to be with John Stewart. And also, this book contains the very first appearance of John Stewart, so there's kind of like story elements from that. So we get the table of contents. So we start off from 1970 and up till 1979, and then you get a few issues from like 2010 to or 2011, 2020. So there's some other stuff, but you get the entire decade of the 1970s. I love the Bronze Age. I find the Bronze Age, as much as I talk about the Silver Age on this channel and how much I love it, I think the Bronze Age is probably the best because the art keeps improving and the stories keep improving because you're starting to get more. Some of it could still be silly and over the top, but like you're getting more complex stories, um, deeper stories that have social issues and just character progression. Like this, you got you got Green Arrow and Green Lantern, who are completely different characters. In like Hal Jordan is more conservative in this book, whereas Green Arrow is probably more of a liberal type character. You know, he, you know, has that Robin Hood vibe. The artwork is amazing. Neil Adams is one of my favorite artists. Um, so I can't get enough of Neil Adams artwork in the 70s. Um, he did Batman, and like the Batman work he's done is some of my favorite as well, which we'll probably get to eventually. But yeah, this stuff is fun. So basically, Green Arrow, Green Lantern team up, and they um go on a trip, kind of like travel around with one of the Guardians who kind of wants to see becomes that little old man. He wants to kind of see how Earth is and stuff like that, and kind of get a feel for what Green Lanterns on Earth are doing and what humanity is like. And they kind of go around, tackle issues in different towns. There's different conflicts they have to resolve, and different social issues. So it makes for a fun dynamic because the two characters are not the same and they play off each other, even though they're still friends and partners, but like they have different personalities and different points of view, which creates really good storytelling. And then we get Black Canary showing up, which is awesome. You get to see her fighting a lot of characters alongside the guys. Um, Sorry, I had to take a drink because of my throat. But yeah, some fantastic artwork. Like the 70s, once you get into the Bronze Age, 70s and 80s, I think you're hitting the peak of both DC and Marvel. I think it's some of the best stuff. Like obviously there's a lot of great stuff in the 90s and the 2000s, and every era got some great stuff, but the Bronze Age, man, it's a different ball game. Obviously you get the love connection between Green Arrow and Black Canary. This book is massive. If you can get this omnibus, I recommend it, man. You get a full decade's worth of comics in this. This thing is massive, as you can see. And then we do get through the Neil Adams and Denny O'Neil hard traveling heroes um, stories eventually, and it'll go into other Green Arrow, Green Lantern comics, not by them. You'll see the shift in the artwork, and some of the stories they don't hit as strong, but they're still fun. But you could tell there's definitely sometimes a bit of a change. They don't hit as hard certain stories, but it kind of goes back and forth in ways of. But most of them are good quality, in my opinion. Excuse me. I apologize for the coughing and the probably the dry talking and stuff. I'm not going to try to go too long in this video just because of that reason. There's oh, this issue is really important in the grand scheme of things. Um, for Green Arrow, when he finds out that Speedy's a junkie, and it's a really big issue. And you get to see Oliver, you know, being really frustrated with Roy for, being a junkie, a drug addict, and how he's going to deal with it and how Black Canary deals with it. Then you get the first appearance of Jon Stewart, which I think they're going to take elements of this for the Lanterns TV show. So he, the Guardians, have Hal kind of take on John as a protege to teach him to become a Lantern as a excuse me, as a new Lantern, because I think Guy Gardner got hit with a bus and is out of commission for a little while. So um, Guy Gardner's kind of missing that, but you get to see the conflict between Hal and John, and how John becomes a Green Lantern and stuff. And it's it was progressive for the '70s to see a black character become a superhero. Obviously, when we predominantly white superheroes, so it's nice to see we start to see that kind of change and get more black culture in the superhero space. So that's really cool, and I think that story is going to be a huge basis for the Lanterns show. And I think it's going to take the elements with the hard traveling hero element with Ollie and Hal, but it's going to change it to John and Hal. So I think this book is kind of instrumental in that Lanterns TV show in a way. Now, I'm not saying that's the only thing, but um, it's definitely instrumental and a huge part of the inspiration, I think, for that show. So you get to see other Justice League members in this, but the focus is usually on Green Arrow and Green Lantern. The two green guys. Green is my favorite color, so I'm not complaining. We get a Batman cameo, or should I say, like, not really cameo, but he's a character in some of these issues. So if you're a Batman fan like me, you get to get a little taste of Batman in there. But yeah, there's a lot of great stories, a lot of great artwork. Um, if you're a Green Lantern fan, or you're trying to get into Green Lantern, I would recommend this, especially if you like Green Arrow as well, or if you're trying to get into either one of these. I recommend this book. You're getting the entire '70s decade for Green Lantern and Green Arrow. A lot of fun stories. There's a lot of grounded stories, a lot of really out there alien stories. You get the best of both worlds. You get the political dramas, you get the action adventure, you get the sci-fi, and you get to see a lot of cameos from other great DC characters. You get a lot of incredible artwork from a lot of these guys, Neil Adams, Mike Grell, and them. Such great artists. So you really get to experience that. I haven't read through everything with Joker cameo. I haven't read through all of this. I still got to try to get through it. I've just been so busy, but I am excited to get into it. And then they have some extra stories in the back, which is obviously more modern day. From you can look at it and tell this is from modern day. And then they have the cover gallery, which you see all the classic comic covers, incredible stuff. Can be a bit expensive, but I got it cheaper through Amazon. Sometimes you get when pre-order, or like sometimes you go on there and they just have lower prices. So on the back it's 125 US, 163 Canadian. Um, I don't even think I paid $100, so it's like, it can be feasible if you just find the uh, right timing and stuff like that. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. Are you interested in this book? Do you own this book? Did anything in this entice you? Do you like Green Lantern? Do you like Green Arrow? Are you looking forward to the Lantern TV show? I can tell you for a fact I am. I know people have been a bit dismissive on it and complaining about not seeing too much out of the constructs or like the costumes and stuff like that. But I think you need to just understand this is a teaser and watch the show when it comes out. And if you watch the show and you don't like it, then that's completely fair. But just kind of getting mad on the internet over a teaser, I think, and getting mad at people for liking the teaser, um, is for just childish behavior, honestly. All right, hit like, subscribe, and thanks, guys, for watching.